My name is Ronald James. That's my given name. I moved to Atlanta in like 2000, and when I did, people had a problem saying the name Ronald. I don't know why. I have no clue why. So I said, my name is Ron, and they went, oh, Ron, okay. And everything got easy. So at that point, I just said, okay, my name is Ron James. So that became my stage name, Ron James. That's what I'm known as around the musical community, is Ron James. But my name is Ronald, and I still answer to Ronnie, to those of you who know me from Miami Union. So there's that. That's who I am. My current profession is a professional saxophone player. I play 4 different saxophones: soprano, alto, tenor, and baritone. I do studio work, private lessons. I also play for corporate events, corporate bands. I'm a hired gun, essentially, and I'm also an independent artist. So I have 2 projects now. One is called I Feel Ya, the other one's called Simple. Simple is a Christian album that I finished with all hymns kind of rearranged. And I Feel Ya is a bunch of original compositions from myself and some friends of mine. So that's what I do professionally now, full time. At Union Academy, I did get an excellent foundation of music, not only from some teachers who were excellent vocalists, Miss Butler, Miss Hannah. They could sing themselves, they really sing. Also Miss Ross, learning a lot of vocal lessons from her. Not saxophone lessons. Saxophone lessons didn't come in until Mr. Frost. So when Mr. Frost came into the picture, I digress. Mr. Cooper was first, the one that all the little girls was crazy about. Then came Mr. Frost. When Mr. Frost came into the picture, he changed my perspective. What happened was he had a worldview of music. So he knew all the different instruments. He knew who played them. He knew how to play them. And because of him, I listened to different types of music instead of just listening to gospel or Christian music. I was listening to different types of music and expanding my horizons when it came to what to play and how to play it. So Union had a big part in that. And when I got out of school, I did not get the encouragement, even though everybody said, hey, you're so talented, but everybody was like, you need to be a doctor. You don't need to be a musician because you can't make no money like that. You're going to be broke. It's not the case. But that's what they always used to say. They didn't really encourage you to be a musician. So when I first went to college, I studied medical technology at CUC. Wasn't really into it. It didn't like me. Then came back down to FIU and was still in the medical, doing stuff in the medical field. And I was like, this is not me. It's not me. I was trying to find it. All the while still playing saxophone in groups, playing in little clubs and sessions here and there, all the while playing saxophone. So it took me till 2000 to realize, wait a minute, I need to just stop this. I need to go ahead and just pursue this full time. So when I moved to Atlanta, I did do that. I pushed harder when it came to the musical genre, and in 2003, I did full-time music. Dropped everything else and did full-time music. Meanwhile, I became a chef during that time too. But that's another question, I guess. But go ahead. I think some distinct memories are, first of all, when I got to Union, we were across the street from Bethany SDA Church. That's where we first were. We moved from there to, I believe it was Mueller, the old Mueller building, near, what was it, Edison Central? Jackson. Yeah, another high school, yeah. So, and down the street from GMA as well. And then we moved from there to Okeechobee Road. So I was there for all those moves, and it became interesting to see to have a new move, every time, and that was always interesting. And we went from better to better. That was also a good thing to see. Progression. My number one memories, I think, is the music at the school. I mean, always great singers at the school. Always, consistently. It was like we had the best choir. Well, musicians weren't really that important, I guess. We had good piano players, but that's about it. But the singers, just always top notch. We could outsing any school I know. And I mean, the whole school could sing. It wasn't a matter like, we had a good choir. Everybody in the school could sing. I don't know how that happened or why that happened, but that's just how it was. And that was my number one memory there. Sometimes what you see right now is not what it's going to be or not what it is. Your mind, your eyes play tricks on you. I'm watching this TV series called C. And sometimes he tells his kids to close his eyes. The matriarch in there tells his kids to close his eyes, and sometimes you can see better. A lot of times what we see around us is not really what it can be or what it really is. So trust your heart, trust your head, and move forward. With God leading, everything will always be all right. Do not believe the adage that God is your co-pilot. He's not. He's in charge. Do not believe that. He's in charge. Let him be in charge, and everything will go smoothly. Everything will go smoothly. To the alumni, you have a lot to give back. You have a lot to share. Not money, even though money helps. Not money. Come back, give back. You have a lot to share. Encouragement is what these children need more than anything else. More than anything else, they need encouragement. So give them that if you can. But the money helps too. Okay. And I think Christian education is necessary, and it is good, and I have a lot of thoughts on that, say it that way. But I do believe Christian education is necessary and is good. You have so many products of Christian education that have proven that it is a good medium for education. So, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Is that. Give and it shall come back to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. That's my final thought.